What is good, ladies and gentlemen? What is really, really good? This is your boy James, aka Hollywood J Black, and this is a little something special for y'all. This is the Industry Outsiders Wrestling Show, world premiere first episode. And you know how we do it around this time. And I got my main man, my tag team partner in wrestling since 1994, Big MFing Sin is in the building. How you doing, Big Sin? How you doing, sir?
You know, following what was a fantastic NXT TakeOver War Games last night, I am feeling very, 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 very good.
Now, we've been through, this is what, War Games, the third War Games ever, right?
Yes, sir. And the Undisputed Era have been in all of them.
All of them. The only person that has missed a War Game / Takeover has been, for the first time, was your boy Johnny Gargano. This is the first takeover that he has missed since 2016. Shout out to Johnny Gargano. But I'd be remiss without saying that this, in and of itself, was a blessing in disguise, because we kind of got what we was asking for maybe a couple days ago.
So War Games had a tendency to be better than, NXT takeovers in general have a tendency to be better than the main shows on the WWE cards. This we're going to see if it's still holds true now that NXT has been invited and is going to be a major part of WWE Survivor Series tonight.
I can't wait to talk about Survivor Series, because we had a brief conversation about this, and I've had a few conversations on the Cage Side Seats Wrestling website about the Raw participants, the NXT participants, and the SmackDown participants, and it seems that one brand in particular has been getting quote unquote sunned this whole time, and I like. Let's cut the BS. Let's get right to it. Let's talk about NXT Takeover. Let's start at the Ruta, and then we're gonna get to the Tuta at the end.
All right, so I don't know if you watched the kickoff show for NXT War Games. We had a match between Angel Garza and Isaiah Swerve Scott, formerly known as Killshot. This was basically, let's put our future talent on stage. Let's get them to a relatively hot live crowd during the pre-show, which really isn't the case most times. But for War Games, it was a special occasion. Angel Garza showed why he is probably the future of cruiserweight wrestling, whereas Isaiah Swerve Scott showed that he can do pretty much anything he feels like doing.
Oh, you know me. I've been a huge Killshot fan from the Lucha Underground days. I've been Swerve Scott, known as Shane Strickland. He was one of MLW's biggest stars before getting signed over to NXT and eventually committing a little bit more to Lucha Underground. Angel Garza, I love. Like dude has always been in the independent circuit as a basically a mythical legend, right? Like you'd hear about Garza, but like you've never seen Garza matches, right? Like you've never seen him
in the industry. He was basically Al Snow without any footage.
Yep. And so we got to a point where my first Angel Garza match, so I didn't see any of the Breakout tournament. I heard so many wonderful things about the Breakout tournament. The first time I saw Angel Garza was, I believe it was this past Wednesday, when him and your boy, I forget his name every time. The cruiserweight champ, bro.
Oh, Leo?
Yeah, the him and Leo Rush match. That was nasty, bro. Like that was because they fought the first time. Well, they had a confrontation the first time. Angel Garza smacked the shit out this dude. And then they had the wrestling match with Lio Rush's family in the front row. And all of a sudden, you just had a hell of a match. I think it took up the first 20 minutes of TV time-wise, of an NXT, which lets you know how much confidence they have in both Angel Garza and Lio Rush. Lio Rush ended out with that victory, but I think Angel Garza showed out more than anybody in that match.
Well, the best thing that Lio Rush has done was listening to somebody who we're going to talk about a lot in this show. Listen to an old friend, an old rival, somebody he came up through the indies with, a Mr., as you called him the other day, the monster among monsters, Keith Lee. Because him and Lio Rush have a very historic rivalry and back and forth throughout the indie scene over the years. Keith Lee basically told him, dude, you're where you want to be. You're in the WWE. Shut the fuck up.
Yep. Pretty much. I know that he was stressed out. I mean, I know his family is important and everything. And I think that's kind of why the move to NXT actually made sense, because they only travel so many times a day or a year, right? Like, unless
Wholesale gets 45% of the NXT dates.
Well, now it's even more so because they're guaranteed every single Wednesday night to be outside of holidays, because that's the one thing people are going to start to realize is that NXT actually takes holidays off, and that's still going to be the plan unless something arises. But NXT is afforded the privilege of being based in Orlando, as when everybody has their travel schedule. Everybody on NXT has the benefit of having access to the Performance Center at least 3-4 times a week when they're not traveling locally around Florida. As opposed to you're just finding whatever gym you can find with WWE. Which reminds me, I think that WWE should invest in the Rock's pop-up workout tents, but I digress. That's another story for another day. But anyways, The Rock is making a killing with those things. I'll talk that story when we get to the main roster. But
all right, so Angel Garza wins this match. He will be taking on Lio Rush in the Survivor Series pre-show for the Cruiserweight title tonight.
Yes. I'm actually banking on, I know we're supposed to be doing the predictions, but I'm actually banking on Garza winning that match. Not because Lio Rush is bad. Don't get me wrong. Lio Rush is not bad. I think, and it just sucks because Lio Rush just won the title, like a month ago?
A couple months ago, yeah.
The NXT, NXT, in specifically the 205 title is one of those titles you last about 1-2 months and you switch out. And then we only have one 2-time champion, which unfortunately is Enzo Amore.
Enzo.
Who still to this day is the most over cruiserweight in WWE history. And that's
has no wrestling skills to even talk about.
He is, just take away the overness of Stone Cold Steve Austin without none of the wrestling skills. And then that's Enzo Amore, pretty much, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, there hasn't been a person that has been that over ever. And it's sad that they had to let him go. I wish that he could have just been around as a manager. He could have been Bobby Heenan with swag, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, a chick had to accuse him of rape, and it ended up not being true, and just a bunch of bullshit. But anyways, that's neither good. Angel Garza seems like the next dude. If he doesn't, I think Lio Rush is in for a long title reign, maybe between him and Swerve Scott. That'll be a rivalry I'd like to see.
I'm a fan of Lio Rush now that he's not just being portrayed as Bobby Lashley's hype man. I have followed Lio Rush's career throughout the indies. The dude is an amazing talent, man.
He is. No doubt. I love Lio Rush. You know what? The only criticism I have of Lio Rush, I only have one. So, remember how I said when Naomi first got the push that she got, it seemed like when Naomi was in the ring, she was moving faster and knew a lot more shit than everybody else that she fought. Because remember,
Lio Rush is that.
Yeah, Lio Rush, he is moving faster and has more knowledge than everybody else is in the ring. I think the only person, because Garza's used to the lucha shit, And Lio Rush is like, fuck, balls to the wall, Ring of Honor type shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I think that Swerve Scott is going to be the only person that I think if they decide to go Swerve Scott with that next rivalry, that's going to be a balls to the wall, full, hot, high blown action. That's the match I'm looking forward to. If they do go that route. Like I said, if Angel doesn't win now, I look to Swerve Scott at this point.
I agree. Swerve Scott can go with any man on the roster. He showed that with that big match against Dijakovic a couple weeks ago, where he ate every single Dijakovic finisher and retaliated immediately after.
Look, I got to ask a question. I've been highly impressed with the breakout, the stars that came out of the breakout.
Yeah. Have you? What's his name? Grimes?
Yep.
That dude is legit. Unfortunately, Mr. Jordan Miles, also known as ACH, could not put his... He's mad because of the shirt idea he gave the WWE. The WWE did something a little bit different and altered the shirt a little bit. So now Jordan Miles, also known as ACH, is now gone from the WWE. And if he keeps on the track he's on, he might not have that much of a wrestling career ahead of him.
If you ask between you and me, I think he tested the WWE's theory that you couldn't get yourself out of a WWE contract. But that's just me. Like, I understand where he's coming from. I want to say this. As an African-American male, I understand where ACH came from with the T-shirt, okay? I also say that if they would have put the logo on a white T-shirt instead of a black T-shirt, that we would no longer be having this conversation. Tell me I'm wrong. You're
not wrong.
If it goes on, let me put the colors out there. If it goes on a red T-shirt and the Jordan Miles, just the logo with him smiling is on there, are we having this conversation? No. A green T-shirt? No. A blue T-shirt? No. A purple T-shirt? No. Any other colored T-shirt? And yet nobody. So you're gonna tell me that WWE didn't think about this when they printed this out and they decided to put this on a black T-shirt? You're gonna tell me that when this shit printed for the first time that nobody said, you know what, it probably isn't a good idea.
Okay, so in defense of WWE on this one, every T-shirt they come out with, first T-shirt, look at the history, every first T-shirt is printed out on a black T-shirt. Every single one.
They looked at this prototype. I think Jordan Miles agreed with the logo up until it went on a black T-shirt.
Well, let's be honest here. You know who really got screwed in this whole situation?
Who?
Luke Harper, because he has never had a WWE T-shirt.
God damn it. You're right. Yes, he has a wife beater. Just buy a wife beater from Walmart, dirty it up a little bit, and you have a Luke Harper T-shirt. There you go. Problem solved.
Anyway, let's move on to the main part of War Games, where we started off tonight with the first ever. They love saying first ever. WWE loves saying the first ever.
First ever.
Women's War Games match pitting the teams of Shayna Baszler, Io Shirai, Bianca Belair, and Kaylee Ray versus Rhea Ripley, Candice LeRae. It was supposed to be Maya Yim, but somebody jumped her in the back during the pre-show. Was replaced by Dakota Kai. And the woman I am a big fan of, but I fear that her knees will never be the same, Miss Tegan Knox.
Now, you gotta love the term. You gotta love the heel turn, which I called. You heard me. I talked about it. I said Dakota Kai's turning heel, Phil. She's turning heel, damn it. She's gonna be a heel. Like, no, it ain't gonna happen. She's turning heel. I know. I am an industry outsider. I see these things, okay?
Outsider.
So that's how I do it.
Okay, so Dakota Kai, she is a wonderful, wonderful talent. I understand why they pulled her from War Games the first time and put Mia Yim in, because Mia Yim is one of the hottest women talents in the world.
Yep.
Right.
No doubt. And I understand that, okay? My worry with this match was when it was advertised. So when the Survivor Series match was advertised, you kind of knew that, especially with Rhea Ripley being everywhere, especially what happened on Wednesday with Becky Lynch.
She is the captain of Team NXT right now.
Yeah, so you should have known that they were going to win, but they won against all fucking odds.
Yeah,
bro.
so after the thing about the Dakota Kai heel turn, they opened up the cage to let Dakota Kai out to come to the ring to even up the odds 3-on-3. Dakota Kai stopped, turned around, and just booted the fuck out of her best friend and basically destroyed both of her legs with the cage door. Stuff you shouldn't do with a person who has torn their ACL 7 times.
I mean, that's going to set up a hell of a war between Tegan Nox and Dakota Kai, though. Like,
well, not only that, it's also going to, if what I think is Dakota Kai was one who jumped Mia Yim in the back, which they haven't talked about yet.
Yeah.
It feels like the old Johnny Gargano story when he jumped Aleister Black.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
But I think Dakota Kai's in for a pretty good run here as a heel.
Oh, this should be fun. It's something that I kind of been waiting for a while, because Dakota Kai has been over as a face for God knows how long. This is like, people don't understand how this works. Dakota Kai being heel is the equivalent in women's wrestling to Hulk Hogan. That's how much beloved that Dakota Kai was, or is, I should say. So this heel turn is going to be something special. And she has every right and reason to do it. Like, so it's not one of those things that Hogan is just telling the fans to stick it, brother, right? This legitimately is Dakota Kai has every reason to be angry at everybody that was in that match. Every reason. So, you know what I'm saying? I have no sympathy for Mia Yim. I have no sympathy for Tegan Nox. I have no sympathy for Rhea Ripley nor Candice LeRae.
Well, yeah, because Dakota Kai was originally supposed to be in this match. And Rhea Ripley basically told her, "You're not good enough." And her best friend Tegan Nox did not even bat an eye when Rhea Ripley said that to her.
Oh, exactly. So this isn't to me as much as a heel turn, as much as it's Dakota Kai turning into CM Punk. Okay, her reasons are justified. Her actions are justified by her reasoning. Okay, so I really, but you see, let me tell you how the dominoes are going to fall now. At some point, Rhea Ripley's going to beat Shayna Baszler for the title.
Yeah, Baszler's going to the main roster.
Yep. Once that happens and that domino falls, she's probably going to have beef with Bianca Belair and maybe the other people that are on the team. Then we're going to come close to WrestleMania, and then you know who's going to have run roughshod over everybody else in that time. Dakota Kai is going to come full fucking circle, and it's going to be a hell of a main event. I'm calling it right now. It may end up happening earlier, but I'm calling it that we're November, December, January. We're 4.5 months away. I'm calling it Dakota Kai versus God damn it, Rhea Ripley for the title.
So let's talk about the match itself. Io Shirai shined in this match. Bianca Belair looked a little startled at times in this match because she's not really known for any hardcore stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Baszler is Baszler. You're going to get a solid performance out of her night in, night out.
Yep.
Katie Lee Ray, the same. She's a hardcore legend over in England. She showed out in this match. Candice LeRae, we can't say enough about this woman.
Oh, yeah.
She is probably top 5 women wrestlers in the world right now.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we've gone from going to talking about Candice LeRae being Johnny Gargano's wife to now we're starting talking about Gargano being Candice LeRae's husband. That's how
because of Finn Balor knocking Johnny Gargano's brain into the side of his skull with a Pele kick.
Shit happens. I don't know what you want me to do about that, but okay.
But the finish of this match was really good. It ended up being 4-on-2, Ripley and LeRae against Team Baszler. I really liked the way to finish this match. Shayna Baszler was going for her choke, and Rhea Ripley handcuffed herself to Shayna Baszler.
Yeah.
And then hit the pump handle tombstone through some standing chairs.
This beautifully nasty. I love that shit, man. Let me tell you.
Big shout outs to Rhea Ripley and Candice LeRae. They showed why they are where they are in this industry right now.
Yeah.
And I'm happy for it because I've been a big Rhea Ripley fan. I know Mr. Black has gone on Twitter saying Rhea Ripley is his future ex-wife.
That's right. Damn it.
And the one thing we all got to love about Rhea Ripley is the fact that she's only 23 years old.
That's right. You got to start them young.
So next up, we have a match to when I text Mr. Black here last night about
real quick before, because I have a question.
What's that?
This has been on my mind actually since War Games was announced. Before we get into the next segment, so my worry with Shayna Baszler and her squad, right?
The other two can't wrestle. Her regular cronies.
Yeah, I know, but see, this is the thing. Shayna Baszler, we've been prepping for Shayna Baszler and her crew to eventually do War Games. Like this was the setup, right? Like this is what we have been setting up for. This is why you have your crew, because if you need to go to fucking war, you have a whole crew.
The original plan was Shayna Baszler, her two members, and Io Shirai. That was the original plan.
How bad? So what has happened in this whole entire year? Because like I said, we've been prepping for this for about a year now. Like what happened to where they're not able to wrestle this match? Isn't that a bit concerning?
It's a bit concerning because they only got Shayna Baszler got the job on her own. The other two got the jobs in the WWE and NXT because of Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
It wasn't made public knowledge, but everybody knows that's the case because they have some spots where they're good.
Yeah.
But they look as green as Lacey Von Erich did in the early days of Impact.
And that's concerning to me. That's hugely concerning because I'm like, I would have been happy with Shayna Baszler's crew and Io Shirai. I think that would have been perfect. Inserting Bianca Belair when she hasn't necessarily turned heel, but she did.
Bianca Belair is queen.
Yeah, but that has me concerned that we're still a year out and you're worried about wrestling because Baszler is it's. I mean, she MMA of course, but she trained pretty fast for a year prior to being debuted. Okay. So, and obviously you see how her year came. And then when she started, she came on fast and just fine. To have these two others not up to speed, I'm really worried, especially what's going to happen to them. Let's say Shayna Baszler does get called up after she loses the title, Rhea Ripley. Let's say it's in after Royal Rumble or some shit. What then? I'm so concerned about this is wasted talent. To me, I can't speak for everybody else. It's wasted.
Okay, my main issue with those two is for two people who have been in the industry a couple years now, they have shown no growth. Whereas I know a lot of people get on Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville about their talent.
Yeah,
they have shown, especially Sonya Deville.
Oh yeah,
Sonya Deville has been stepping up week in and week out.
But do you think that Sonya Deville is stepped up a lot more, not only because of her husband, which is one of the Viking Raiders? No, that's her Logan.
You're wrong. Sonya Deville is.
No, she's a lesbian. Yes, we got. So, isn't her the person that she's with is a wrestler though? Like in another league.
Yeah, she works in the Indies.
Yeah. So like, and I think the same thing with Sarah Logan, because she had a lot of growth in between then and now. You know what I'm saying? Between when she first started to when we last saw her on TV before she blew her knee out. We saw a lot of growth.
She's part of one of the Raw. Now I think she's on the Raw team for Survivor Series.
So if you're, I think they're so worried about being Shayna Baszler's sidekicks that they're not worried about becoming wrestlers, and that's a scary proposition to me.
Well, in 2 years they've only wrestled 5 matches.
Which I'm saying, you think that Shayna Baszler will be training them to be wrestlers instead of her sidekicks? I think that's what we come down to.
I honestly don't think they want to be wrestlers. I think they just want the fame, but not the grind that Shayna Baszler has embraced over the last 2.5 years. But
that seems to me they're like Red Dragon without the talent. That's all they're there for. Speaking of Red Dragon, I love Kyle O'Reilly's punches when he's jumping somebody. I was like, well, I saw it on Raw like a few weeks ago. I saw that he go boom, 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 like over and over again. I'm like, wait a minute, does he normally do this? I really went back in matches, and that
is Kyle O'Reilly, in my opinion, is a national treasure and is the most underrated wrestler in NXT.
Oh yes, most definitely. I'm sorry to get on that track, but
yes, Shayna Baszler's cronies, they either need to reaffirm their passion for the industry or they just need to go.
No, yeah, exactly. Because I think they can easily be replaced if you take Sarah Logan and oh my goodness, we just saw Sonya Deville and replace them those two. Could you imagine the kind of damage and destruction that would entail?
Oh, with Shayna? Yeah, it would be bad. It would be bad. Because Sarah Logan, she can't talk worth a damn, but she can fight.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's going to be fun. All right. So let's get on to the next.
Last night, I texted Mr. Black before he started watching TakeOver, and I informed him that the Beast of Belfast, Killian Dane, gave Pete Dunne a Michinoku driver. For anybody who doesn't know what that is, you hold a person up with their head under down, and he drops straight down, sort of Tombstone style.
Yeah.
But Killian Dane decided to do this on top of Damian Priest's face.
When I saw those words in my messenger, I had to replay those words like several times. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me?
And then you started hitting you.
Yeah. My God. So this beef is what I love, right? Because they took a beef and they put real stakes on it, right? Like NXT is really good at doing that. We're not just going to wrestle because we're wrestling, which they could have got away with because each of them interfered in each other's matches. And so, or I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. Before they got to each other's matches.
Yeah. Because Killian Dane was walking back from a match. Pete Dunne was walking out for a match. Killian Dane looked at him. Pete Dunne looked at him, grabbed his hand, and just snapped.
Yeah. I'm like, damn. Okay. Well then. And fucking Damian Priest, also known as Punishment Martinez, this motherfucker.
He had a match with Pete Dunne. Killian Dane came out and attacked him.
Yep.
For no fucking reason at all.
No reason at all. Jeez.
We have three men in this match: Killian Dane, Damian Priest, and Pete Dunne, who just don't give a shit about anybody else's well-being. Let's just put this out there. We all see what Killian Dane did to Matt Riddle when Killian Dane came back to NXT.
Yes, and I've seen Damian Priest kill a few men on the way of doing this too. So it's not like, what I'm saying, we didn't know what to expect with this match. It's just that to the lengths of how this all came down was just like, God damn, really?
Even though Killian Dane and Damian Priest had great performances in this match, they really did. It was some of their best work. Killian Dane, to me, is one of the top 3 big men in the industry.
Yep.
It's Drew McIntyre, Keith Lee, Killian Dane, then Braun Strowman. That's my top 4 right there.
Yeah.
Killian Dane is amazing. I think they didn't show it, but Pete Dunne had a armbar on Damian Priest, and I think Killian Dane did a coast to coast, which the camera did not pick up to break up the submission.
Yes, yes. I was like, Jesus, really? 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 like I could make a case for each one of these men being the number one contender for the NXT Championship.
I was personally pulling for Killian Dane.
Killian Dane would have killed Adam Cole. You know it. I know it.
So
America knows it.
We have an issue to talk about with Adam Cole here in a couple of matches. But Pete Dunne, who is the face, basically the face of NXT UK, and is becoming the face of anything hardcore British wrestling, because Pete Dunne is a godsend for UK wrestling.
I was hoping that that William Regal could be Pete Dunne's manager. You know what I'm saying? That would have been perfect. It would have been fucking beautiful, if you to be dead honest with you.
I think they would have set that up had Pete Dunne not gone off script during the first NXT UK Championship and punched William Regal in the face. Because he's Pete Dunne, he didn't feel like he was getting the respect he deserved.
I mean, he doesn't. I mean, he tried breaking. I think when the whole chaos broke down on SmackDown on Friday, I think he tried breaking Bobby Lashley's fingers, if I remember correctly.
Yes, he did.
It didn't turn out well, but he tried.
Pete Dunne gives no fucks how big, who, or what you think you are.
Pretty much. I mean, you could be a man, you could be a Luchasaurus, you can be a monster among men. It doesn't matter. He will try and break your fingers, and he more than likely will succeed if you fuck around.
Yes. All right. So Pete Dunne won that match. He is now taking on Adam Cole, baby.
Yes, that's right.
Survivor Series. This sets up a small problem, in my opinion, with the booking, because Adam Cole cannot lose this match due to the fact that he is in a storyline feud with Tommaso Ciampa.
Oh, I know. But it should be an interesting match indeed. I think this is more of a showcase than anything else.
To show that Pete Dunne and the Undisputed Era are coming over to the main roster after WrestleMania.
Yeah. This is going to be definitely a. Oh, I love Undisputed Era. Can you imagine what that pop is going to be like when they show up?
Shock the system.
End up jumping whoever wins the title or whatever. Whoever's the champ is going to get taken out.
Next up, we had probably Matt Riddle is a caveman who likes to be in violent situations.
Yes.
Versus, I'm not even going to call him by his surname in the WWE anymore. Versus Prince Devitt. This was Prince Devitt versus Matt Riddle, not Finn Balor. This was Prince Devitt versus Matt Riddle.
Yeah, this was. I like this match.
Brutality be damned in this match. That's what this was.
Yeah, I like this match simply because literally this was the first time WWE audiences have seen a heel Finn Balor Devitt. We're going to call him Finn Devitt.
Finn Balor in a match, not jumping somebody, but in a match.
Finn Devitt. That's his new name now. Finn Devitt. All right.
So this match was as hard hitting as you're going to get. I think the last match this hard hitting was the Cassius Ohno Lars Sullivan match like 6 takeovers ago.
Yeah. And Finn really needed this win more than anybody else. And I don't think it would have.
The reason we say that, because I've said it multiple times, the Fiend Bray Wyatt beat him back to Prince Devitt.
Yep. And it kind of makes you wonder where hopefully once Johnny Gargano gets healed up, I can't wait to see that match. I'm sad though. When I think about all the things that have come up that can come up with this match, it makes me sad because not Finn, but Matt Riddle is probably NXT's biggest star right now. Outside of I'm talking about in the mainstream, because everybody knows who the fuck Matt Riddle is. Okay.
Oh yeah. And he's done that himself by talking shit about Goldberg every time he gets a chance.
Yeah, and that's why I say that when we talk about the biggest star, like he's probably one of the most over people in NXT right now.
But he cannot win a big match to save his life.
There you go. That's what makes me sad. You fucking beat me to it. That's like, I'm just like, they put him in matches with these people, I think, because they know that Matt Riddle's a big fucking deal. And they know that a win over Matt Riddle is a quality fucking win. Like, this isn't no bullshit win against the third tag team partner of a Viking or some shit, right? This is a legitimate fucking win. And I don't know. I need Matt Riddle to win the big one. I don't know if that's going to come against Adam Cole one day. If Ciampa fails, I don't know. But to me, Matt Riddle needs a belt. I'm not convinced that...
Matt Riddle's championship opportunities have come against the Velveteen Dream, in which you can't put Matt Riddle over the Velveteen Dream because the Velveteen Dream, who's unfortunately injured right now, is a transcendent superstar.
He's the second most over wrestler in NXT right now. Before, when the match happened, Velveteen was the most over wrestler in NXT.
And then you had Matt Riddle versus Roderick Strong for the North American title.
Yep.
You can't put him over the Undisputed Era right now.
Nope, because it would have ruined the story.
And then he had Matt Riddle, Adam Cole, which was a fantastic fucking match.
Oh, yeah.
But Adam Cole is the hottest heel in the industry right now.
Yes, he is. He is. It makes me wonder if they're setting up Adam Cole, like the Undisputed Era, to lose the titles all at once before they head over, like all in one pay-per-view.
I think here's what we're going to see. The next takeover is actually February 2nd. I think that takeover, we see Tommaso Ciampa win the NXT World title. We see Keith Lee and Dominik Dijakovic win the tag team titles.
Yeah.
And we see Matt Riddle win the North American title.
We got to. I think it has to be,
or Velveteen Dream.
It has to be set up that way. And then they have the rematches at the pay-per-view before. I mean, the takeover on WrestleMania weekend. Yeah. Oh no! Wait a minute. Are they still having the takeover on WrestleMania weekend?
No. NXT is going to be part of WrestleMania this year.
Oh, okay. So then I think that they'll probably have the rematches at WrestleMania,
which is why they're having the pay-per-view in February.
Yeah,
after the Royal Rumble.
Yeah. So once that comes and goes, I think that's what we're going to be at that point. I thoroughly enjoy, because they won them all at once, and I think at some point you got to like have them lose them all at once. To be dead honest, like to complete the cycle.
This match is not getting the praise it should due to what followed and what was before. But Matt Riddle and Finn Balor put on a hell of a show.
Yeah, they did.
It was very hard hitting. You could see the belts forming on Finn Balor's legs and Matt Riddle's chest by the time this match was over.
Yep. And like I said, I think that Finn Balor really, really needed this match.
He did.
Especially after what happened with The Fiend. Jesus Christ, man. Like, The Fiend just decimated, beaten, victimized him, and got conquered, all that shit. He got Brock Lesnar, bro. He got Brock Lesnar by The Fiend.
Many people are known to do recently.
But I told you, I think at this point, I think we'd have to be, with the split personalities and how things go, it will be a perfect fit for the storyline to say, this is no longer Finn Balor. The vessel of Finn Balor is gone. The soul of Finn Balor is gone. This is the demon taking human form. That would be the perfect way to be like, you know what? This is what it is.
And I think Johnny Gargano is going to be the one to bring that out of him.
I hope so.
Because Johnny Gargano has been known to show that he can bring out the best and worst of people.
I could easily write a storyline and it would easily make fucking sense. Like they really they need to do this. That would be fun. But this was you're right. It was a hell of a match. Matt Riddle just kicked his ass, and then Finn Balor kicked Matt Riddle's ass, and it was ass kickings everywhere. Shout out to both wrestlers. Finn Balor picks up the win.
So next up we have since I like segues, the coup de grace of War Games last night. We have Adam Cole, Roderick Strong, Kyle O'Reilly, and Bobby Fish, the Undisputed Era, versus Tommaso Ciampa, Keith Lee, Dominic Dijakovic, and a potential fourth wrestler. The build-up for this match has been fantastic. Injuries have taken Johnny Gargano. Injuries took Johnny Gargano out of the match with Finn Balor, which means they took Matt Riddle out of the War Games match.
Yep.
So up until this point, nobody knows who or what Ciampa's going to do with this fourth spot. Now, the match starts off, Roderick Strong, who we all know is a stamina monster.
Yeah.
Starts off with the Undisputed Era. So Ciampa's music hits. He doesn't say shit to Keith Lee or Dijakovic. He just walks right past him and gets right into the fucking cage.
He wanted to go to war. He was ready.
Ciampa said, Goldie, Daddy's home, but first I gotta go to war.
That's right. That's right. And you can see that Ciampa wanted all of Adam Cole. Adam Cole wanted none of Tommaso Ciampa.
Ciampa wanted all of everybody. Let's be real here. Ciampa doesn't give a shit if you're on his team. He doesn't give a shit who you are. Ciampa just wants to beat you up. Adam Cole spent about 5 minutes putting tables in the ring, set one up right by the stairs. They tried to get in the ring, and Ciampa just grabbed him by the face and just threw him through that table before he even entered the ring.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's the one thing I love about Tommaso Ciampa. He wanted all of Seth Rollins. He wanted all of Roman Reigns. He wanted all of Adam Cole.
All of the
all of it. You know, all the smoke. As they say, all the smoke. Every single last piece of ounce of smoke. He wanted it all. And
so even when it was 2-on-1 with Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly against Ciampa, he was giving both of them the smoke.
All the smoke. How much smoke? All of it.
All right, so we have a very entertaining match here. Undisputed Era has the man advantage. O'Reilly comes in. Ciampa gives them the smoke, but as always, they get the advantage of Ciampa.
Yep.
Here comes Dominic Dijakovic, who I said on this last SmackDown showed here the main eventer. But for some reason, when he first got in this match, I don't know if it was the spotlight on him or what, he looked a little nervous and he couldn't get – I'm sure you noticed it. But he was trying to figure out what he wanted to do.
Yeah. Well, you think about it, this match was bigger than anything that he ever been with Ring of Honor, right?
But Dijakovic has always been that unsung, awesome wrestler. Yeah. He has never been in the spotlight like he is. Keith Lee forced him into the spotlight during their series of matches.
Oh yeah, which was wonderful, by the way. That is the wonderful set of matches. And I told you that he really wanted the team with Keith Lee so damn bad. Like bad. Like after going to war with Keith Lee and in the Undisputed Era fucked their whole shit up, he wanted all the smoke against the Undisputed Era, even if it meant teaming with Keith Lee.
But what it is in that point is I understand Triple H knows Dijakovic wasn't quite ready for that spotlight yet, which is why they put Matt Riddle with Keith Lee at the beginning.
Yeah.
But Triple H told Dominic, all right, we're going to put you in this ladder match against Adam Cole. Show me what you can do.
Yeah.
And to nobody's surprise that I know of, Dijakovic was fucking awesome in that ladder match, including eating a Panama Sunrise off of the ladder.
Yep. I mean, it's crazy to think where we were about 4 or 5 months ago with Dominic Dijakovic, because they were going to because they were going to saddle him with a pro-Trump gimmick, right? That's what happened, and people don't realize that. Okay, it may work in Florida, but what's going to happen when you have to travel to California? What's going to happen when you have to travel to New York? What's going to happen when you have to travel to Chicago? All these places You don't want to do that. You want to keep politics outside of wrestling. Wrestling is supposed to be fun. You know, wrestling, especially NXT. You really got to stay away. We don't give a shit about politics in NXT. We want fucking good ass wrestling and good ass storylines. And so they had to repackage Dijakovic before they even packaged Dijakovic. You know what I'm saying? Like before we even had the package, no, we got to repackage this shit. This shit ain't gonna work.
Well, what he is right now is fantastic.
Yeah, which I think that a little with a little bit more growth, a little bit more, like I said, because this was probably the largest audience he's been a part of in like ever. Because like I said, he wasn't getting the kind of love that he was getting in Ring of Honor. Which that's another thing I'd like to mention before talking about who the mystery fourth person was. You realize that everybody in this ring was a Ring of Honor veteran. Every last one of them.
And every last one of them, with the exception of Dijakovic, was a Ring of Honor champion.
Yep. And what's it called? Keith Lee was the tag team champion, and he was upset.
O'Reilly and Fish both had singles heavyweight title runs.
Yep, and they did have the tag team as Red Dragon. The wars that they had against the Briscoes were things that things that were amazing.
Which they showed when they fought the Revival last Wednesday.
Yep. Adam Cole.
Okay. So here we are. We have Keith Lee doing Keith Lee things.
Yes. Bask in his glory.
Doing Dijakovic things. Ciampa doing Ciampa things. The Undisputed Era is dominating these three men at this point in time with the 4-on-3 advantage. We see the countdown. 10, 9, so, 2-1. Countdown stops. The Undisputed Era is looking up the ramp. Like, oh, they got nobody. They go back to beating up everybody. Then what do we hear in the background? Here comes Kevin fucking Owens. And the reason nobody thought this was going to happen, due to the fact of what happened on Raw. Triple H was trying to convince KO to come back to NXT.
Yeah.
And in that moment, it seemed like the Undisputed Era, Adam Cole in particular, was like, no, we don't need Kevin Owens in NXT. Because he got an argument with Triple H when they were jumping Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
Kevin Owens got into the ring with a smile on his face, a super kick loaded up, and has laid waste to damn near everybody in the Undisputed Era.
Yep. I remember when Adam Cole tried to convince him, please, he hit him with the crotch chop. I was like, oh, shit. He went into business for himself. Oh, fuck. We're all fucked now. Oh, man.
This was not Kevin Owens coming to NXT. This was Kevin Owens saying, you know what? Fuck the Undisputed Era. That's what this was.
That's exactly what it was. Oh, man. I loved every single moment of it.
I got goosebumps when that shit happened last night.
Yeah, when the music hit, I was like, damn.
And Kevin Owens even ate. Okay, so at one point in time, him and Adam Cole were in the middle of the two rings on the metal grate that connects them.
Yep.
Kevin Owens was going for a band package pile driver move on Adam Cole.
Oh.
Adam Cole gets up on the middle rope. It gives Kevin Owens the weirdest Panama sunrise I've ever seen.
Yes.
On the middle.
Yes. I saw that. I was like, Jesus Christ, really? This match in itself was brutal. Like, it was brutal, and then Kevin Owens got in this match, and it became, good God, brutal.
So during this time, Kevin Owens getting in there. We had Dijakovic choke slam Kyle O'Reilly through a table.
Yep.
We had the beautiful spot of Ciampa hitting the fairy tale ending on Roderick Strong, followed by a very long swanton bomb by Kevin Owens.
Yep.
Don't forget, Kevin Owens is freakishly athletic for a man his size. But speaking of freakishly athletic for a man his size, Keith Lee had Bobby Fish in a middle rope spirit bomb if you don't know what the Spirit Bomb is, it's basically a sit out last ride.
Yeah.
A Spirit Bomb through the table. But lo and behold, all we hear from Mauro Ranallo is Tommaso Ciampa and Adam Cole are on top of the cage.
And then you're like, what?
And then you hear, please don't die coming from the stand. These two men are in a slugfest, 20 feet above the stadium, above the ring. Tommaso Ciampa gets Adam Cole up for a fusion bomb. For those who don't know what a fusion bomb is, the legs are up here, the head is under the arm. Sheamus used to call it the White Cross.
Yeah.
Tommaso Ciampa, who came off of a neck surgery that no wrestler has ever returned to action from, dropped Adam Cole and himself from the top of the cage through a table into the middle of the ring about 20 feet.
Yeah. All bad. All bad.
Not really the one thing. I know Tommaso Ciampa's doctor was probably like, what the fuck are you doing, man?
I'm not signing off on this shit. The fuck?
So, when this happened, the WWE, and this was a very cheeky move in my opinion, made it a point. The one person they showed in the crowd with a scared look on their face was AEW's own Dr. Britt Baker, who is Adam Cole's wife.
Yes, sorry. My bad. I had to grab something real quick. I was like, WWE with the power move, bro. Was that you?
AEW.
That was the power move to end all power moves. I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, oh, we're playing chess, not checkers. Oh, okay. All right.
WWE was like, we're going to murder your husband and then show your face.
Yeah, it's like, that's okay, right? That's okay.
Oh, AEW wants to do all this brutal shit? Hold my beer.
Oh, I got you. Be like, oh, I got you. Mother of God.
Tommaso Ciampa picked up the pin on Adam Cole in this, and my God, I can't. This is going to make Survivor Series extremely hard to call.
Okay.
Due to the fact, fix your camera.
There we go.
There you go. Due to the fact that I think just about everyone who wrestled last night is wrestling at Survivor Series tonight.
So the question is, I didn't see the one thing I forgot to see because they announced it on the post show. At least I thought they announced it on the post show. I know who they're bringing in the war for Survivor Series, but who is for the women? But who are the men bringing over?
All right, we'll get into that. We'll go from the bottom of the card to the top right now. So go ahead and change the graphic to Survivor Series predictions.
Predictions?
All right, so tonight is the WWE Survivor Series, one of my favorite pay-per-views WWE puts on every single year. Survivor Series has marked the debut of guys like The Undertaker. Survivor Series has marked the debut of the Goblin Gooker, which if you listen to the Undertaker Stone Cold Steve Austin podcast recently, The Undertaker was actually supposed to debut in an egg as the Goblin Gooker.
Oh my fucking God.
And he was not supposed to be The Undertaker. He was supposed to be a giant turkey. Thank God it didn't happen because The Undertaker is the greatest gimmick that will never die.
Yeah, you can't really even see anybody else as The Undertaker. Like, no matter if you tried. You couldn't even see Kane as The Undertaker. Even though Kane was the fake Undertaker, that's not the point. You still couldn't see it.
All right, so let's get right to this card here. So here we go. We have NXT Cruiserweight Champion Lio Rush taking on the number one challenger, Angel Garza. Lio Rush kept his title under controversial circumstances last week on NXT.
Yep.
I see this match, if they were to actually put it on the main card, could possibly steal the show, but it's going to be on the pre-show.
Yeah, this is see, Lio Rush is not immune to crowds this large. Angel Garza is. So this is going to be a hot crowd, especially getting them hyped for the show. Like I said before, my thoughts on the matter is simply this: is if the plan is Swerve Scott versus Lio Rush, which I think would be an amazing match, then I'm picking Lio Rush to win this just so that happens. It seems like it's Angel Garza's time, though, given how transitional the 205 Live Championship is. So I'm betting on Angel winning, but if not, then we know who's next in line is Swerve Scott.
All right, I'm going with Lio Rush in this match. I think he has earned himself a longer title reign with just the spectacular matches he's been putting on lately.
Yeah, very true. Very true.
And
I agree with
you. As a matter of fact, Lio Rush is the reason Oney Lorcan asked for his release from the WWE.
Yeah. Well, that's what I said. I want to see Lio Rush versus Swerve Scott for the title. Like, that's like my goal. Like, if it doesn't happen, I understand if Angel wins because Angel's an amazing talent, amazing charisma. But like I'm in between that one. Like I really want to see Swerve Scott and Lio Rush for the title. Like that's the end game. Like you know that match will be fire.
Oh,
like,
it will be. And the WWE just recently signed. I don't know if you heard about this, but they recently signed Killshot's ex-rival in Lucha Underground, tag team partner over at Evolve. They signed a young man, Dante Fox.
They signed Fox?
Yes, they did. Because they liked his performance at the Evolve show that they did.
Yeah.
Because Dante Fox was amazing during that match.
Shit, I like Fox in that damn match, the fucking death match that him and fucking Killshot had.
Neither man should have actually been able to wrestle ever again.
Yeah.
After that match. All right, so next up we have, I don't know how they're going to do this match because one of these men is dead. Adam Cole putting on the NXT Championship against Pete Dunne for the first time in WWE on a pay-per-view. The NXT Championship is on the line.
They're gonna, there has to be two things that happen: Undisputed Era shenanigans, Panama Sunrise onto something. That's the only way that this match, because in any other circumstances, Pete Dunne can kill this man. All right, so like even 1-on-1, you'd have to give the advantage to Pete Dunne. If War Games had not happened, you still have to give on 1-on-1 Pete Dunne the advantage.
Yeah, Pete Dunne, like I said, is the face of NXT global brands.
Yeah. Yeah, and so, but with this, you already know where we're going with this one.
Cole Chop.
yeah, Cole Chop. It has to happen. You got to pick Adam Cole. Like I said, it has to be some undisputed shenanigans. I don't know if Adam Cole's going to show up in a wheelchair or not. I don't know. I mean, it might just fucking happen. As bad as shit.
I see Adam Cole going over. Probably not a clean victory.
Oh hell no!
Probably a disqualification, something like that. But Adam Cole retains the title here.
The shenanigans will be undisputed.
All right, so next up we have listed the Women's Survivor Series Elimination Match.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Team Raw, Charlotte Flair, Natalya, the Kabuki Warriors, and Sarah Logan versus Team SmackDown, Sasha, Carmella, Dana Brooke, Lacey Evans, and Nikki Cross versus Team NXT, which is Rhea Ripley, Candice LeRae, Bianca Belair, Io Shirai, and Toni Storm.
Oh, wow. Damn. Damn.
So the NXT part of this has a lot of internal problems on their team. Namely, Io Shirai and Candice LeRae.
I mean, we've seen the only person that really gives two shits about that maintains brand supremacy while still wanting to kill everybody else on the team is Tommaso Ciampa. We've seen that on NXT where, yes, I'm coming out here to face Adam Cole, but I still have time to punch Adam Cole in the face. I mean, I'm here to fight Seth Rollins, but I will punch Adam Cole in the face on the way.
I will put my knee through Adam Cole's head before I get in this ring.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you got to, right? Like, because then you're avoiding all your storylines. This women's match, like I said, SmackDown doesn't stand a chance to me in this match. So I like, when you look at who's on SmackDown's team, they don't. You got to wipe them all out. So then we got to come back to Raw versus NXT. I think the Raw women are okay, I guess. I think that NXT might steal this one.
In my humble opinion, based on the way story arcs are going right now, here's my bold prediction for this match. And I'm actually going to name the winner of this match. There's going to be one sole survivor in this match.
Okay.
Nikki Cross will win this match.
Okay. I'm down to see that one.
Because you notice the trajectory she is on.
Yeah, I've seen. It's between. I have a feeling that Charlotte Flair might get eliminated second to last on the SmackDown team, if not last. But I do like the Nikki Cross being the last person on SmackDown. Mm-hmm. I think on the. Tell me who's on the Raw team again.
The Raw team, we have Charlotte, Natalya, the Kabuki Warriors, and Sarah Logan. Okay. There's also something else in this match that needs to be said. Io Shirai is Asuka's real-life sister and also the real-life best friend of Kairi Sane.
Oh, that's going to be interesting indeed. I think your last three on each team, the last person on each team, Nikki Cross on SmackDown, Charlotte Flair on Raw, and Rhea Ripley on NXT.
Okay.
I think that's how that's going to play out.
So you think Team NXT wins?
Yep.
And I'm going with Nikki Cross. Next up, we have the Men's Survivor Series elimination match. This match might be impossible to call, since Shawn Michaels announced 12 hours ago that he's not naming Team NXT until Survivor Series.
Oh boy!
So Team Raw, we have some interesting names here though. We have Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre, and Ricochet versus Team SmackDown, Roman Reigns, King Corbin, Ali, I refuse to call him by this name, Chad Gable, and Braun Strowman versus NXT, which we know Matt Riddle and Keith Lee will be a part of that team.
Yep.
I'm guessing Ciampa will be the captain.
Yep.
And I might just have to put Dijakovic, and maybe this is where the Velveteen Dream returns.
It could be. Imagine the pop that it would be if Velveteen Dream returns. Yep. That would be insane. If Velveteen Dream doesn't return, I'd have to. I'm trying to think. I don't know who would be big enough for that specific spotlight for NXT. I mean, I have a few that are like borderline.
I mean, they could honestly throw Walter in there if they wanted to.
Oh, that would be insane. Woo!
The NXT UK brand is being overshadowed in all this.
Yeah. But don't be surprised if NXT UK came in and fucked everything up for everyone.
Yeah, also, let's not be shocked if either Killian Dane or Damian Priest are a member of this team either.
Yeah, because they've been prominent in these jumpings that have happened as well. My thought is this, though. Let me tell you the one thing that I'm looking forward to throughout this whole thing.
Hey, while you're doing this, I'm going to use the bathroom real quick.
All right. So the one thing that I'm looking forward to throughout this whole Survivor Series, the men's Survivor Series match, is going to be Keith Lee versus Braun Strowman. If everybody saw the end of SmackDown on Friday, Keith Lee came into that ring, Braun Strowman came into that ring, and you had to think to yourself that Mr. Keith Lee felt like a bigger star than Braun Strowman. you felt it. Like, you felt the crowd. He had the crowd energy. Even when they went toe-to-toe with each other, you felt it. Like, you could feel the blows that they were giving to each other. When they first took out the two people that were trying to get in their way, you felt the energy with that. Keith Lee is a huge star coming up in the WWE. I think that that Keith Lee is going to fill that role that, I mean, if we're going to compare how African Americans and wrestlers are, I would say like how Ahmed Johnson was in the early 90s, how Mark Henry was on his House of Pain. Wait, was it House of Pain? The Hall of Pain. Sorry, Hall of Pain run. The dude is an absolute monster beast, and shoehorning him with a Big Show-like gimmick is not going to be good enough to want to keep this man happy. It's probably going to do a disservice to the fans. And I say that the Big Show pigeonholing is because that's what's happening to Braun Strowman. Difference is between him and Braun Strowman is that at least Big Show got a bunch of titles in before they pigeonholed him into a bunch of gimmicks. And you know what I'm talking about. You already know how I felt about how that felt.
The only person who's even close to face heel turns is the Big Show is Randy Orton.
Yep. Yep. I mean, and that's the one thing. I was saying with Braun Strowman. My problem with Braun Strowman is that they should have. I felt it was like Roman Reigns, where they should have struck when the iron was hot. Remember the Royal Rumble where Roman Reigns was the second to last, and he got taken out by Batista. When they should have really struck, if they would have hit if they would have did that right then and there, and let Roman Reigns win, they could have got rid of the yes movement at that point. You know what I'm saying? Because
at that point, Roman Reigns actually had a organic following.
Yep.
For the year after that, they started jamming him down our throats, that people started to hate him.
Yep. And I think they did that out of fear because of what happened with Daniel Bryan. If you really want me to be dead honest. So, because they were supposed to have Daniel Bryan versus Brock Lesnar and a whole storyline that went on and shit like that. And I think they really forced Roman Reigns, shoehorned him into a position that not necessarily didn't deserve to be in, but we weren't ready for. It was like it was too little too late at that point. And I felt that with Braun Strowman, with him versus Lesnar, he should have went over Lesnar for the title and should have carried the title until WrestleMania. That's literally how Braun Strowman should have went. They didn't strike when the iron's hot. Now we don't know what Braun Strowman's character is, except, I got these hands. You know what I'm saying? He's probably one of the most, at the time when it happened, the most organic big dudes ever. And they really screwed that shit up. They've screwed Braun Strowman up so royally. And I know that Braun likes his job and blah, 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 blah. But in terms of entertainment value, 2 years ago was about where we stopped. Especially with the Brock Lesnar Path of Destruction tour should have stopped at Braun Strowman. And
where they really hurt Braun Strowman also was for no reason turning him heel and teaming him with McIntyre and Corbin.
Yeah.
That was a bad move. Braun Strowman has the ability to be a tweener. He can do heel and face.
Yep.
You don't need to pigeonhole him, but we all know it's coming because he's the big shiny new toy in Vince McMahon's I like big sweaty men closet.
Which you know, it's funny because they could have given Braun Strowman the Stone Cold Steve Austin treatment, right? Like he's like an anti-hero. You know what I'm saying? He just wants to fight people. You know what I'm saying? They could have did that. They kind of like what they did with Kevin Owens. Yeah, Kevin Owens is an asshole sometimes. Okay, we get that, and he's turned on people. But that's Kevin Owens' MO. It's not like you can't expect the shit. You know, with Braun Strowman, if you get in his way, you're going to get your ass kicked. That's what they could have just did. And that would have been fine, and they fucked that up. That's why I was talking about with Keith Lee. Keith Lee has some of the most organic fan support ever. And when you felt him come into the ring, not only on Raw, he's now done it 3 weeks in a row now.
3 shows in a row. He did it Raw, NXT, and SmackDown.
Yep, and NXT TakeOver 4 shows in a row. We can make it 5 for 5. That Keith Lee's presence itself, when he steps into the ring and looks around, it's like, holy fucking shit.
He gets that little smile on his face.
It's like, what the fuck is this dude gonna do now? And I told you on SmackDown, when Braun Strowman got to the ring, he smiled at Braun Strowman. He's like, I've been waiting for this a long fucking time. Like, come on. Oh, man.
Me and you have discussed this at length. Keith Lee made Drew McIntyre look like a cruiserweight on NXT.
Yes, with that spirit bomb. And then what he did to old boy, I forgot what the name of that wrestler is. The one that AJ Styles beat several times and had a beef with.
Oh, yeah. No, Keith Lee killed Cedric Alexander.
Yeah, Cedric Alexander. Did you hear him scream after he called, right before he landed the spirit bomb? He's like, ah! He screamed like Carlton from the Fresh Prince. Boom.
What I hope to see in this match is Keith Lee hit the spirit bomb on Braun Strowman.
Oh, that would be. And so, like, I'm at this point now.
Because we're going to see McIntyre, Lee, and Strowman in the ring at the same time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. That's going to be beautiful. So my problem now is that I think, and I alluded to this earlier in the show, that SmackDown has been getting sunned by both Raw and NXT for the past month now. SmackDown, because remember, once they came back from the European tour, NXT came in and ran a rough shot over SmackDown. And every time SmackDown tried to get in on some shit with Raw, they end up getting smacked down by Raw and NXT.
Well, this past SmackDown was different. This past SmackDown was the first time Roman Reigns was actually involved in any of the jumpings.
And they still got sunned to me. If you think about it,
because Seth Rollins came out and threw the first shot at Roman Reigns.
Yeah, I'm thinking to myself.
But then here comes D-Generation X, pulling what they did at Nitro with the whole NXT roster right behind them.
Man, I'm just like, listen, like if y'all didn't see this shit coming, you know what I'm saying? Like, you open the door for them in the same arena that this happened, that the Nitro shit happened. But this time they left the fucking door open. Oh, okay. This is a smart thing to do. And then they end up getting sunned by fucking NXT. Oh, my God, bro. Like, I'm like.
Watch the video I sent you this morning. Baron Corbin thinking he was joining DX.
It's like Baron Corbin's a sole survivor, ladies and gentlemen. No,
what cracked me up is Triple H, for the thousands in attendance and the millions, well, maybe not millions because we're off the air now, but there's some guy out here with a cell phone. This footage will be up in 10 seconds anyway. The millions watching wherever you're watching it from.
Fucking Triple H. That's one thing I love about Triple H. God damn it. Let me tell you something. As much shit as Triple H gets, there's nobody that really captivates a crowd as a face or a heel, like still in wrestling, like Triple H. Triple H, they call him a cerebral assassin for a reason, right? What he did with Seth Rollins, when he was just that close, what he did with Kevin Owens, just that close, but Kevin Owens actually, so you know what I'm saying? But I'll tell you, man. I'll be dead honest with you.
The funniest shit though is Corbin. Okay, I'm gonna say this right now. Corbin, his matches have grown leaps and bounds this past year. He has had some great fucking matches.
Yep.
When the fans started chanting STD, and he was like, "Yo, don't listen to him. Let's just do it." And Triple H goes, "Baron Corbin, who is in fact an STD, just can't get rid of him."
Wow. Hell nah. Oh my fucking God.
Road Dogg did his thing. Shawn Michaels hit him with sweet chin music and then a pedigree. The fans went home happy.
Yes, Friday. That's right. That's right. Told you, NXT and Triple H have been dominating. Like, I don't see SmackDown walking away with this one because they've already made Roman Reigns look not strong. They spent 3 years making Roman Reigns strong. The only way that this goes is if they book Raw for this one or NXT for this one. In which NXT,
I think the last two men in the match. The last 2 men in the match are going to be Rollins and Ciampa.
It could be, or it could be even Rollins, Reigns, and Ciampa, and then they do the Shield thing to Ciampa on the outside, the power bomb through a table or something outside. Like I can show you how this. I can see this going. They do the Shield thing to Ciampa on the outside of the ring, right? Take him out, and then Reigns and Rollins settle their shit. And then whoever wins, Ciampa comes in, takes him out, and Ciampa wins for NXT. I can literally see that happening, the way that this goes. Because it seems like that's some dumb shit that has happened on the Survivor Series where, oh, the Shield's back together. Oh, the Shield's fuck you. Oh, back together? Fuck you. Back together? Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I could see that happening when, and Ciampa steals this one. Could you imagine what kind of star power that would be? Ciampa wins 2 hellacious fucking matches 2 nights in a row. He could turn heel with that one, and nobody can say otherwise. He can go whole Chris Jericho. I beat Adam Cole.
I beat Cole. I beat Reigns. I beat Ciampa. All in 2 days.
You know what I'm saying? Like I can see it. I can see it. But my money is that it's got to be, man, because SmackDown doesn't come out with nothing out of here, man. I mean, I can see it come out with other stuff, other matches that we still got to talk about. But I don't see him coming out with this one. Not at all. I don't see them coming out of this one at all. It's either going to be Raw or NXT. And knowing how much wrestling loves Rollins, unless KO turn against the team because he was on NXT, or remember that's a storyline that has to go into tonight too. What they're going to question Kevin Owens now? Because he was on an NXT show. He did help out Ciampa. Oh, he dipped out on me. He not disconnected. Baby, come back. Oh, no. He'll be back in a second, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully. There we go. Are you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay. So I can see that's a question that still has to be answered. How is Raw going to treat Kevin Owens?
Yeah, because after in the NXT post show last night, Kevin Owens is a real buddy with Ciampa.
Just saying.
What if Kevin Owens, what if Team NXT was Ciampa, Owens, Keith Lee, Matt Riddle, and Dijakovic?
Ooh, that would be something else. That would be something. I could see that. That would be ridiculous. It'd be fun though. I can see it, and I think that NXT will win it. Or they still bring on Kevin Owens for Team Raw, and he turns his back on everybody. That would be I can on Raw, and it allows NXT to win. I can see that too. Like I said, it's either Raw or NXT is going to win this one.
So one thing I know, James and I have known for years, is SmackDown always gets shit on in these cross-brand pay-per-views. Always, and which is sad because especially now, Fox has paid a bunch of money to SmackDown to have SmackDown. So what does that look like for Fox when they're getting out here getting sunned by both USA Network shows? Just saying. All right. So next up we have this is where the cream of the crop and the predictions actually have a chance. First off, we're going to start talking about the triple threat men's tag team match. We have the Viking Raiders. We have the Viking Raiders versus the New Day versus the Undisputed Era.
Whew. In a match,
I'm a little upset because I think the Revival should have been in this match.
The problem with the Revival is that it's not for nothing, but you have the most decorated tag team that used to be in NXT, the most decorated tag team that is in NXT, and the most decorated tag team in the history of WWE right now. And I know that a lot of people don't realize that, but the New Day, as 7-time tag team champs, using the Freebird rule, are the most decorated tag team in WWE history. That is a lot more star power, which I can understand and I can go on board and I can agree with. Although the Revival would have made this a more brutal match. This actually makes this a more entertaining match having the New Day inside there. With that said, because of both of those reasons, I actually think that Red Dragon actually wins this match. Yeah, and I'll tell you why. Too many combustible parts, because I could see doing the over under to Kofi Kingston to winning this match. I can't see Red Dragon doing over under to any of the Viking Raiders. No, I think Ivar is that the smaller one? I think that's the smaller one.
No, Ivar is the big one. Ivar is the high flyer. Ivar is the bigger one and the high flyer of the Viking Raiders.
So the other one, I could probably see
Eric?
that maybe. Eric, yeah, I could see that. I don't think over-unders are going to work on Big E for a pin, although we did see it on SmackDown that it will work on Big E if they give him a chance to. I think the New Day isn't going to – well, I mean, they could probably pull it off on Kyle O'Reilly, their finisher. Probably not Bobby Fish because he's too strong, and certainly not on the Viking Raiders. The Viking Raiders, I don't think they could pull it off on Big E. They may be
everybody else in the match they can.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, given that, I still think that that Undisputed Era comes out and wins this one for him.
I got the Viking Raiders in this one. In my opinion, they are the quintessential dominant tag team over all the brands. I've been a big fan of the War Raiders, as I'm going to refer to them now as.
Yeah.
Since their time in New Japan, Ring of Honor, all that stuff. These two guys have actually been a tag team longer than the New Day, but not longer than Red Dragon.
Yes. So I guess so. What do we? So this is what we're gonna call this match. You ready? It's gonna be the Viking Experience against the Pancake Experience against the Undisputed Experience. You ready? That's how we're gonna do this.
Next up, we have the. Next up, we have the mid-card championships. We have AJ Styles, the U.S. champion.
Yep.
Versus Shinsuke Nakamura with his new BEA Unified Intercontinental title.
Yeah.
Versus Roderick Strong, who is recovering from War Games.
This is where I can see Shinsuke Nakamura winning. Like, I can see a SmackDown winning this one. AJ Styles has been fighting the good fight for the past 3.5 weeks now. Shinsuke Nakamura was like, man, I don't give a shit about this shit. And Roderick Strong has been fighting the good fight and just went to war last night.
Well, Sami Zayn has fired more shots during this thing than Shinsuke Nakamura has.
Yeah. It's to the point where the healthiest man in this whole entire thing is Shinsuke Nakamura. And that's a factor that you have to consider. You know he's a snake. You know he's swindly. And you know Sami Zayn puts him in a position to make sure that he does what he needs to do to win. Now, so to me, this is Shinsuke Nakamura's match to lose. And I know people are probably watching this like, what the fuck? Really? No, but I'm serious. I am dead serious. This is Shinsuke Nakamura's match to lose.
So what we have here is a New Japan Wrestling All-Star match.
Oh, yeah.
Had this match happened on NXT, it would last an hour.
Iron Man match. Iron Man. Imagine an Iron Man triple threat match.
So I'm going to agree with James here. I think Shinsuke Nakamura is your best bet to win this match due to his sudden strike offense.
Yeah.
And the fact that he owns AJ Styles in non-title matches.
Yep.
And the fact that Roderick Strong has never beaten Shinsuke in New Japan, NXT, or Ring of Honor.
Yep, and a Kinshasa can come out of anywhere.
Yep. So we got Shinsuke Nakamura for this match.
Yep.
Next up, we have probably the most intriguing match of the night. Due to the fact that one of its combatants has been completely overshadowed by the other two, we have Becky Lynch versus Bayley versus Shayna Baszler. Bayley has been basically a non-factor for the last month. when it comes to Becky and Shayna.
Oh, I know. Which, if you think about it, is another match that I could see SmackDown winning. Because of that non-factor, because Becky and Shayna Baszler are going to kill each other, and it's going to be the most beautiful thing in the history of ever. Okay, beautiful brutality, and because they've been overshadowing Bayley, and Bayley knows that going straight at Shayna Baszler is not going to work.
No.
And Bayley's been to war with Becky Lynch. She's won some, she's lost some. So I think she's going to have to rely on Becky Lynch to take out Baszler, and then boom, Bayley comes in and steals the shit.
The one thing I want to hear during this match is Becky Lynch look at Shayna Baszler and say, "I already knocked off one of your bitches," in Ronda Rousey. Yep.
Indeed. I that's gonna, like I said, the brutality that's gonna be in this match is gonna be something that we haven't seen before in a while when it comes to the women's wrestling. It's gonna be so much fun. Yeah,
that's basically on the fact that Baszler and Lynch are so fucking violent.
Yeah, the crazy part about this is that what people don't realize is that Becky Lynch is going to come into this match alone, while Bayley's going to have Sasha and Baszler's going to have her crew. So should be fun.
I am going to go with Becky in this match. You're going with Bayley. I'm going with Becky. Shayna's going to be getting ready to be put on a hellacious match with Rhea Ripley in the future. Shayna can afford to lose this match right now, even though she did lose last night. She was only pinned for like the 4th time in her NXT career last night.
Yeah. That's what I said. I don't think she's going to get pinned in this match. I think that
I think Becky makes Bayley tap.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's either Becky makes Bayley tap or Bayley steals a pin after Becky takes out Baszler. One of the two.
Guaranteed, all 3 women will look extremely strong in this match.
Oh yes, Roman Reigns strong.
All right, so next up we have the WWE Championship match. Brock Lesnar versus Ronald Mysterious. In a no holds barred, no disqualification match. I think that they are now giving, since Brock Lesnar's contract is actually up after Survivor Series, I think they're giving Rey Mysterio an option to beat Brock Lesnar with no controversy due to it being no DQ.
Yes, give me just a second. But I think that you're right, though. I think that you're 100% right with that one. I think Rey Mysterio, awkward Rey Mysterio title run after this would be interesting.
Well, I honestly think they're going to give Rey Mysterio the title, and they're going to have Dominic attack him. I think that's where they're going.
That would be interesting. Although that would, I don't know, unless you have Dominic cost Rey Mysterio the title itself in a no holds barred match.
Well, I think because we were up on the 15th year of Eddie Guerrero's death.
Yep.
And the fact that Dominic is Eddie Guerrero's son.
Yeah.
I think that's where they're going to go with this. That Dominic, Rey Mysterio wins the belt. And then Dominic channels his real daddy, his poppy.
Yeah.
And takes out Rey Mysterio tomorrow night on Raw.
That would be interesting. That would be interesting as hell. I think we'll see. We shall see. And then we got one more match on the docket now?
One more match, which I hope they do not use the red porno lights during.
Wow.
Because WWE, I know you're not watching this, but I want you to look at me right now. I'm going to say this. At SummerSlam, when The Fiend beat Finn Balor, you did not need a lighting sequence to make The Fiend work. The Fiend will work no matter what the lighting is.
True. Very true. I think the red lights need to be used for attacks as opposed to wrestling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay, the black lights with it, I think they should flash black and red during the attack scenes and just have regular lighting, because I'm sure, and I've heard from people who've gone to the shows, The red lighting is awesome live, but it's an eyesore on TV.
Oh, it is. It is. Because it's just not, it doesn't project well on LED TVs. So,
but anyway,
I really
we have a match that we have wanted to headline one of the 4 main pay-per-views for many years. We have Daniel Bryan, who's in a weird spot right now, taking on The Fiend for the Universal title.
Yeah, I don't see The Fiend losing this title. This match is going to probably deliver the most offense that The Fiend has had in a while, even more so than what Rollins gave him. At the end of the day, though, I don't think that Daniel Bryan has what it takes to win this match, hands down.
But one question that was posed to me from a friend was, is Daniel Bryan the only, and I think this is true, and that is Daniel Bryan is the only guy on the current WWE roster that can make the fans boo The Fiend? Probably.
The love for Daniel Bryan is unreal. You know what I'm saying? And that was it. The Fiend's weakness is the yes chance. So that, like, he hates the yes chance. He turns into to something else.
He turns into regular Bray Wyatt.
Yeah. So my thought is the thought is that trips me out was Bray Wyatt won this feud against Daniel Bryan. I don't understand why we're going back to it again unless he still harbors ill feelings towards it.
He harbors, well, the way I understand it through the cryptic Twitter post that Bray Wyatt puts out is he still harbors the feeling about when Daniel Bryan turned on his family.
I could get that. I can get on board with that. But, all right, so he wins this match. Who's next?
Who's next is, it'll be a short run with The Miz, because The Miz has been popping off at the gums.
Well, I can't wait for that one. That'll be awesome. That'll be a good one.
Well, I really think, because I don't believe CM Punk when he says he's not interested in wrestling.
Yeah.
I believe this is setting up The Fiend versus CM Punk at WrestleMania.
Could be. Due
to the fact that Huskus, the pig, or Husky Harris, CM Punk, when he was the leader of the Nexus, took a strap to Husky Harris every time he lost the match.
Ooh.
Do you remember that?
Yep. I remember.
So, Petrich Farms remembers also.
Yes. And also, The Fiend remembers, too. I remember when he posted that on Twitter. He said, I see
you. So, I think that's setting up for either CM Punk or what other people think, Roman Reigns versus The Fiend at WrestleMania.
I should be, too. I think that, like I said, I don't think The Fiend loses the belt. That'll derail everything that they tried to build with The Fiend.
Well, they already derailed it. They got it back on track. And what I think would be the best thing for this match?
What?
It would probably throw everybody in the crowd off too.
What?
That Daniel Bryan has the yes lock on The Fiend, right?
Yeah.
Then you hear the Firefly Funhouse theme, and Bray Wyatt's on the Titantron. Hi, Daniel.
That would be trippy. Like, what the fuck?
Daniel Bryan lets go of the yes lock, turns around into the Sister Abigail Mandible Claw, and The Fiend retains the title.
Oh, Lord. Then everybody be confused. Holy shit. Yeah, I like the.
You could see it happening, though, couldn't you?
Oh, yeah, I could. Mind games galore. Are you enjoying your match, buddy?
I see you got the upper hand on The Fiend. I see you got the upper hand on our friend.
Oh, Lord. Or you can even have a video of him trying to take out, what is it, the other Bella? Is it Brie Bella?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fun, too.
Yeah, Brie Bella tied up to a chair in the Firefly Funhouse.
Uh-huh.
Next to the buzzard.
I've got a new playmate. Guess who stopped by the Firefly Funhouse? Oh.
See you in hell.
Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah, I got the Fiend in this one. That I think that's the only route that this can even go.
So I know everybody hates the Crown Jewel shows, but let's be thankful for the Crown Jewel Saudi Arabia show this year, because it is the reason we have had such good WWE entertainment for the last month, with the NXT takeover and the NXT coming to WWE and showing what they are capable of. So thank you, Saudi government, for not letting 90% of the WWE roster back on a plane.
Exactly. That's right. Thank you, Saudi Arabia, sons of bitches. All right. So, is that it? That's all we got, right?
Oh, we got, and this was really fun. I can't wait to keep doing this.
All right, so we're gonna try and drop these Sunday mornings, Saturday nights or Sunday mornings, depending on how it goes.
Okay, so I say Saturday nights, depending on if there's an NXT show or not.
Yeah, if there's not, then Sunday mornings.
No, there is.
Sunday mornings. Yeah, because those are fun to talk about. So
yeah.
Other than that, that is it. I'm glad we had some actually decent viewership coming on. So appreciate y'all sticking around. Appreciate y'all liking the show. Leave some comments if you're seeing the show after the fact. Let us know if you enjoyed it, didn't enjoy it, what you'd like to see. If you'd like to see some highlights, I don't know if I can pull that off because Facebook is being a bunch of bitches.
And anyway, WWE likes to copyright everything.
Everything. If they see a sign in the background of the video, guess what? This video is getting taken the fuck down. So we will do what we can.
So this was the debut of the Wrestling Outsiders. I had a blast talking to my boy right there.
I had a blast as well.
A lot. Not on camera, but we do talk wrestling a lot. It has meant so much in our lives, the WWE and WCW. I'm happy that we finally got a show name and actually started the series now.
Yes, yes. And you're going to be seeing a lot more from us, especially if you're watching this on Sinful Black Sports. We told you we were dropping basketball games, college football games dropped last night. NFL games.
He's looking for the NHL highlights now, so we start supporting the NHL also.
Yes, we want to make sure that this is your one-stop shop for sports. If you miss the highlights, if you don't like ESPN and you want to basically get the whole game from the rooter to the tutor, we want to make sure that we supply that to you on Sinful Black Sports. But
in our semi-unbiased commentary about the NFL.
Yeah, unless it's the Niners and the Patriots. Anyways, and fuck the Cowboys. But until next time, that's my man Big Sin over there. This is your boy James, aka Hollywood J Black, signing off.
Ooh, yeah.
And we'll see you in hell. Deuces.
Bye.